Shit's gonna start. It says you're live. We are live. We are live here, Travis. Welcome in week 9 now. We're in week 9 waiver wire show. I almost said the waiver wire show. We are not there yet. We are doing the lineup show today, live, Travis. This morning's been a little bit rough.
Yeah.
I am used to Arizona time.
Yeah, here we go. The excuses are pouring in.
It's not
now.
excuses. It's the truth.
Johnny
I am
was
so
passed
used
out. Johnny was passed out over here. He's came out to California, and Johnny went a little too hard last night. He's just not being honest with everyone. We watched Netflix till about 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
A massive
3 o'clock Arizona time.
Netflix and chill.
3 o'clock Arizona time.
Honestly, you guys got to watch Queen's Gambit. Great show.
Oh, great show. Yeah, great show. Look at our
dude,
Walker Bass. Good morning, Brandon S.
Here. We've got Walker, Nexus Pax, Elias, Brandon S, Matt Stifler. What is
going on?
Let's sip this coffee before we jump into this.
Let us know how your morning is going. Let us know if you're caught up on
for breakfast.
Let us know if you're caught up on the.
You brushed your teeth this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, let Whisper Nation, do you brush your teeth? I want to know this. Do you brush your teeth before you drink your coffee or after you drink your coffee? I want to know. I was getting shamed by Travis's roommate because I was drinking my coffee before I brushed my teeth this morning, and yeah.
All right, well, we've already got some questions coming in here. If you're watching, we appreciate you. We got 6 watching right now. Only 3 likes. Let's get those likes up. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe and then get those notifications on. Let us know if you subscribe to the channel. We'll shout you out here in the chat. But let's get going on this. Matt Stifler says, hey, guys, Jerry Jeudy or Deontay Johnson standard?
Love both plays, Travis. But I'll just jump in here on this one. I'm going to go Deontay Johnson. The matchup is great. Listen, I do like Jerry Jeudy's matchup today. But there is a little bit of, I'll include Summy on this one. We're at a little bit of crossroads. I do think Jerry Jeudy will pop off today, but he thinks it could be KJ Hamler, and there is definitely some indications that KJ Hamler could be the guy because he'll be in the slot, and that's where you really want to go against Atlanta. So there is a little bit of concern with Jerry Jeudy. And I always know, like, Deontay Johnson has the injury concern, but Travis, like, he's going up against probably the best cornerback matchup in the entire league this week. So you're going to definitely want to play Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, the volume's just there for Deontay Johnson. Like, we've never seen it there for Jerry Jeudy, right? So we're going to go with Johnson because the volume is there. But we have some very more important updates here on the question of whether you brush your teeth before or after you drink your coffee. We have 3 afters, okay? Actually, we had 2 afters. Nexus Pack says after. Brandon S says got to go after. That coffee breath is bad.
Yeah.
Walker letting us know he had Reese's Puffs and he brushes his teeth before the coffee.
Reese's Puff candy
2 to 1.
Or Reese's Puff cereal. Yeah, this isn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
we would not say that brushing your teeth before is winning a lot of votes here.
Elias Griftopoulos. How are you, Edmonds or Robinson in the flex PPR? I am great. I've got a little bit of coffee, had a good night's rest, didn't oversleep like somebody to my right here. And so Edmonds or Robinson in my flex PPR, I'm putting Edmonds in there, man.
Yeah.
Edmonds is in a smash spot. No Drake, going to get probably 80 to 90% of the workload this week. You love to see it. So
their schedule is great moving forward for the next few weeks, and also you have Kenyon Drake reportedly possibly coming back sooner rather than later. So I would be using Chase Edmonds as much as I can while Drake is out because he should blow up in those spots.
All right, so we've got Nexus Pax asks, who should I start, Dallas, Jefferson, or Harris? So DJ Dallas, Justin Jefferson, or Damian Harris? I'm going to go with Justin Jefferson here. He's got a really good matchup. That's a high over-under against Detroit. We've seen DJ Dallas is activated, but we also see Travis Homer is activated, and Alex Collins, blast from the past. Alex Collins is going to be activated and working in there too. So the workflow is what scares me a little bit there, DJ Dallas. Adam Young says Matt Stafford or Carr.
Probably going to get this a lot today.
Yeah.
This seems to be.
Look, I'm going with Matt Stafford. I think Matt Stafford cleared from the COVID protocol this morning, so he should be good to go. And look, the Minnesota Vikings are starting 1 of their original 4 starting corners right now. So you don't want any part of trying to defend Matt Stafford this week if you're the Vikings, because you got guys off the street. So you want to put Matt Stafford in there. I think it's a great matchup. Let's see. Matt Stifler says, I'm going Carr. Adam Galladay is out, which is a massive for Stafford. It is a big deal, but he's got Hawkinson. He's got Marvin Jones, who he got going last week. And once again, Minnesota, no corners. So I really feel confident in it. Adam Young says, good morning, guys. Good morning, Adam. Pick 2, flex. I think we answered the – oh, no, he's got a different one. Okay.
Yeah.
Harris, Damian Harris, DJ Dallas, Mike Williams, or Deontay Johnson. Pick 2. I'm going to go Deontay Johnson here. Would you go DJ Dallas or Mike Williams here? That's who.
So a little bit of interesting note here. You do have Keenan Allen. He is expected to play. He has some like sore throat, and they were concerned it could be COVID related, but he's tested negative now, and he should give it a go. This is PPR, so I just don't. I'm so concerned with Dallas. I thought that last week we kind of got lucky. I don't know if I'm willing to double down on that again. I would probably go Harris. The Jets' D-line is actually pretty good. It's surprisingly like their best part of their defense. But Harris, I think, should get enough touches in that backfield. He should be – that's a tough one, though. I would ultimately end up going Harris and Deontay. I think Harris is just so solid this week, and you can count on that production where Deontay is your boom guy. But Travis, what do you think? And you have a –
I think that's the right – I wouldn't disagree. We've got 11 viewers. Just want to thank you guys for being in here. We saw Gus Ramos says, what's up? Nick Miner's in. Carlos says, God. Garrett, some of the guys from yesterday when we did the Saturday show. MYXT is in here. Thank you guys for joining. There's 13 of you watching. We've only got 4 likes. If we could get those likes up, we would really appreciate it. It really helps the algorithms with the boosting the video. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. Let us know that you subscribed, and we'll shout you out here on the show. But let's get into some of these. Let's see. Garrett says, morning, guys. Morning, Garrett. This week I've got Godwin in my flex. If he doesn't play, should I put Cooper or Parker in that spot? So Devontae Parker or Amari Cooper.
I don't like either one of those matchups.
No.
I would go Parker, though, over Amari Cooper this week. I'm more confident in the quarter and Tua throwing to Parker, even though Parker's going to probably draw Patrick Peterson. I much prefer that over whoever they're going to end up starting in Dallas and throwing it to Amari Cooper.
Got Carlos's God asking, start the Washington defense or Kansas City defense?
I'm going to go Washington.
Yeah,
I like Washington this week.
CMC back for Carolina, so that could a little bit of hurting on. Not ready. Walker says Antonio Brown over Crowder. Yeah, I'm starting Antonio Brown over Crowder. Crowder's dealing with the groin injury. I know he's been really consistent since he's been in whenever he's in there. But we've got Antonio Brown back with Tom. No, they're stepbrothers and up. They have bunk beds. They got room for activities. They're doing the thing. Go with that. What else do we have here?
Oh, we got another coffee first before brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
Good job. I love that,
Johnny
Nick.
On this, Nick says.
Morning, Gus. Gus, how you doing, my man?
Happy Sunday, Gus. Always in here. Appreciate that, man. MYXT Mad Lad says Edmonds or Jacobs. Thank you for the advice. So this one is tough for me because Jacobs always gets that volume. The Chargers haven't been a terrible matchup, but I think I'm going to go with Edmonds just with his receiving prowess. You imagine he's going to get way more targets than – I mean, he was getting more targets than Jacobs gets backup. So I would go with Edmonds here. I think he's in an absolute smash spot.
I think Edmonds is going to be a top 5 running back today. So
now that Johnny's jinxed it.
Yeah, now that I jinxed it, it's probably not going to happen. Yeah.
Gus Ramos says, hey, tight end decision, Gronk or Fant?
Oh, wow. This is a tough decision. I would go with Gronk because, well, you still have some concern with who's going to be starting there from the wide receiver spot. We don't know if Chris Godwin's going to be healthy there, and you'll have AB there as well. But with this Fant, he does have a very nice matchup. But I think I'm ultimately going to go with Gronk in this against the Saints. who have been somewhat susceptible to tight ends this year.
Yeah, the Saints have been a top 5 defense as far as exploiting the tight end against, allowing 14 points per game to the position. Like that, which Fant has the number 1 matchup, so don't get it twisted. But the thing is, Denver's working in Albert O. You still got Fant nursing the ankle injury. Gronk seems to be going the other direction where he is heating up, and Fant is just trying to warm up a little bit. So I would go with Gronk here. I don't think there's a wrong answer necessarily because of the matchups and who the guys are, but I think that Gronk, you're leaning Gronk there. Sebastian Esperu, hey man, Shark or Swift this week? I'm gonna go with Swift. I think DeAndre Swift against Minnesota could be a high over/under. He's probably gonna get in for a touchdown, and then he can add some stuff. He's got the pop,
You're definitely going to want to watch Chark today and see what his target usage is. I just don't trust, and I actually have this very decision in my league of record, and I'm starting Swift and benching Chark. So I just am not confident in the backup quarterback there.
Let's see. Mark Andrews has been so consistent, says MYXT.
So inconsistent.
Yeah, that's what. I'm considering Gronk over him. Look, I don't hate that decision. You're looking at Indianapolis only allowing 5 points per game to the tight end position.
This is when he's going to catch 2 for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, probably, but he has those buoy weeks, and you want to try and avoid the down weeks with him. He's been so touchdown dependent, and you're looking at a team in the Colts that just don't give that up regularly. So you got to play the odds here, and I think that Mark Andrews is not in for a great game.
I agree, and to be honest with you, Travis, the only reason I'm not considering trading Mark Andrews right now would be the upcoming schedule. He gets quite the upcoming schedule from over the next 3 weeks and into the playoffs, which make it very, very nice and juicy. So I do think that there is some hope that Mark Andrews can really start to turn it on right when we need him the most. But yeah, there's definitely some concern there for Mark Andrews.
All right, so we've got everybody in here. 13 viewers, 13 likes. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you, Whisper Nation. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe and let us know you subscribe. We will get you guys.
Just got over 1,300 subs on our channel. How awesome is
that? If you guys can help us get to 1,500, we would greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, that's our next goal, 1,500.
We're going to try and knock that off the list. So appreciate you guys all. We're hoping to help you guys get those W's this week. Zubin, welcome in, Zubin. Josh Allen or Herbert and Juju or Deontay. Well, we're playing Deontay over Juju. We think that matchup's good. We think the slot corner for Dallas is actually a really good corner. He's their best corner. It's actually a decent matchup, which means you're funneling a lot of those targets to the outside wide receivers, which includes Deontay Johnson. So as long as he's healthy,
should be
for right now. You're going to fire him up. And then Josh Allen or Herbert. I just don't know how you're benching Herbert right now. Continues to just be a guy that they've given him the keys to the car, and he's ratcheting it up. We haven't seen Allen hit those high peak numbers since week 1, 2, 3. And so for me, I think they're just trending in different directions. I wouldn't mind going with Herbert. Then you look at the Raiders, who are one of the top 5 matchups for QBs to face in the NFL right now as far as fantasy is concerned. I'm sorry, they're in the top 10, not top 5, but still a great matchup. You like that. Samuel Rojas says, hey again, fellas. All right, what's going on, Samuel? Says, he did say something.
He did say something.
I meant to ask, need to start 2. Marvin Jones, DJ Shark, Justin Jefferson. I know Jones is high with Kenny out. Yeah, so we like Marvin Jones. Would you like Marvin Jones enough to start him of this one?
Yeah, I would go with Marvin Jones and Justin Jefferson. Once again, I want to let Whisper Nation know that DJ Chark could have a really big game today. DJ Chark could be super heavily targeted by the rookie quarterback. We are just not confident in that. We have no game tape on him. We have only heard rumors and talk about what the coaching staff says of this quarterback. But, of course, they're going to say that's their own guy. So I am sitting DJ Chark. I know that the matchup on paper looks good for DJ Chark, and it very well could be. Like, it is a good matchup. I'm just not confident in the quarterback. And, sure, we could say, oh, well, look what happened last year, and Gardner Minshew was a 6th-round quarterback, so why don't you think that could happen again? It's like, well, exactly. Like, Minshew was a 6th-round quarterback, and he was pretty decent, and so the odds of the Jags, of all teams the Jags being able to hit 2 6-round quarterbacks that are both pretty decent are probably pretty slim. So that's where I'm going with my odds with that. So,
well, that plays into our next question that Adam Young has. Says, thanks for all the insight, guys. We appreciate that, Adam. Thanks for joining in. Does Houston or Dallas defense here? And we were talking yesterday on the Saturday show. We definitely like Arizona's defense here over Houston, just because we think that Arizona's poised to put up points and then make Miami play from behind. You got Tua coming from behind there. Then you also look at Houston's talent on defense, not very good. So crazy things could happen in that battle there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Reese Thomas for PPR in my flex. Michael Thomas or DJ Dallas. If this is Michael Thomas from the Saints, there's no question that putting Michael Thomas in.
Yeah, I mean, there could be a question. I can understand because he's coming back off of first week off of his injury. There, how much are they going to play him?
Sure,
but
there could be a question. The answer is yes.
Yes. So yeah, you're gonna put in. Michael
We've got
Thomas.
17 viewers. We appreciate you guys. Hit that like button if you can while you're stopping in. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Kasif says, in PPR, I can start Justin Jackson, Antonio Gibson, or CEH. I'm conflicted because Mahomes is my QB. I mean, I think CEH is the start here, especially on that offense. I know he had the down week. That was a weird game. They just went through the air a lot of that game. Didn't really lean on the run at all. I think this game that they've got up here against Carolina, it could be a little bit of a back and forth. I'm not saying Carolina's going to stick with them the whole time, but you could definitely see the run game stay involved in that game. I think CEH is, especially in PPR, is getting slept on a little these days.
I think he's a great buy low.
Homemade pants. What do I do at RB2? Edmonds, Jacobs, or Clyde? I hope you know I almost lost last week because I started Taylor and you told me to. Yeah, look, we weren't the only people in the industry telling you to start Jonathan Taylor against the Detroit Lions.
Yeah,
that's just the nature of this beast. Jonathan Taylor has been a massive disappointment. We can all own that of people as truthers for Jonathan Taylor. I will own that because I have been on Jonathan Taylor, and I still think that Jonathan Taylor has better days ahead. I will let you know I have Jonathan Taylor in multiple leagues. I got that 3 to 5 point score dead spot in my lineup as well. So we're out here in the trenches getting it done with you, Homemade Pants. So just know that when we do these things, when we advise these, we're playing this game with you guys. So we're making those choices as well.
I also want to say, obviously, I want to also mention this. It doesn't matter if you win by a 1/10 of a point or 100 points.
Yeah.
A win is a win. So
just I
mean, there was some concern.
Maybe we didn't help you as much as you'd like, but that's why you're back here. So Edmonds, Jacobs, or Clyde?
Edmonds.
Yeah, I love Edmonds this week. I think he's gonna in an absolute smash spot here. So I would definitely keep firing up Edmonds. And you got some good running backs there. Props to you, my brother.
Yeah, good job.
Jacob Bley says TFW. Jacob Bley in the house. Our
number one fan. Appreciate
What's
you,
up,
man.
He says Mike Davis or Brian Hill, half-point PPR. The news this morning was they're going to alternate series, CMC and Mike Davis. That's what they project to do for this game. So I actually I might go Mike Davis here. I think I might go Mike Davis. Denver's defense pretty good against the run.
That is true.
I don't know if Gurley's going to get all the volume, even though he's had 10 days to heal for whatever ailment he's got. I didn't see him pop up on the injury report. I'd go with Mike Davis here. That's the best bet at a little bit of usage because that's what either's going to be.
That's fair.
Drew Furman says Swift or Pollard PPR.
I'm going to go with Swift.
Pollard?
Over Pollard. The matchup is not great. So even if he is the workhorse back, Swift is still the workhorse back for Detroit, and he has the better matchup. And he should be getting a ton of checkdowns. So if this is PPR, so I expect Swift to get 4 to 5 targets today, as well as get maybe 8 to 10 rushing attempts. So and they're using him as a goal line guy. Whereas Pollard is against Pittsburgh, who, yes, I understand that some of the running backs in the last couple weeks have had a decent day, ended up making a day against Pittsburgh. But the reason why was they all had a common theme of a breakout run, like a big breakout and breakaway run. And that was what made their day. And I just don't feel confident in that for Tony Pollard behind a battered up defense or offensive line for the Dallas Cowboys. So give me Swift.
All right, so
wow, it keeps going. Keep going.
Wow, we got some. Okay. In here. All right, so Declan DeYoung, thanks for joining, my brother. Claypool, Jefferson, or Gage? I think you're going Jefferson. Nice spot for Jefferson to get back to his good ways, his ways here. Great team in what out there. Braden Robinson, Swift or Jonathan Taylor, or Mike Evans or Justin Jefferson. So really, I think it's Justin Jefferson or Swift here.
Yeah.
Especially with AB now back. Godwin's going to be back. Mike Evans is really a risk here. For you a touchdown, maybe, if he can get that. That's a little bit dangerous to me. So I think it's Swift or Justin Jefferson, and I think I'm going to rock. I think I'm going to rock with Jefferson here, just by a hair. I feel like it's a Jefferson game.
Today's going to be a good Jefferson
day. I think it's a good day to do it. And Swift still battling a little bit with AP and even Kerryon Johnson usage last week. You hope that goes away. It should go away, but there's not a lot of those questions for Jefferson. Nick Miner, good morning, man. What's going on, Nick? Thanks for dishing out wisdom as always. We appreciate that. I need one flex and one more wide receiver this week. Antonio Brown's, Mike Evans, Devontae Parker, or DeAndre Swift. I would go Swift and Brown here. I think Antonio Brown is the play this week. First game back. They're going to get him involved. Tom Brady for sure is going to want to get him involved.
Well, did you see what the coaching staff? I have to pull it up on my phone now, so I don't I don't know where my phone is right now. But they had asked about Antonio Brown, and the coaching staff was like, "Oh, he's really fast." Like, yeah. It's Antonio Brown. I would be more surprised if Antonio Brown does not catch a touchdown this week than if he were to catch a touchdown.
Let's see. So, Jaws Whedon says starting Claypool over Shark. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. We want to see what Shark's going to be like with this quarterback.
Yeah.
Nick Miner, also, what do we got for pastry debate today? We don't have Matt in the lineup. He's actually playing against Johnny in our League of Record. Usually he pops in here to give us the great debate on some pastries, but we'll get rocking and rolling with that one.
Yeah, Nick, if you have a question, if you have a
shoot
debate, let us have
pastry, food, whatever. We were talking about coffee before or after you brush your teeth, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So Sam Bill says CJ Dallas or Todd Gurley, which I think he meant DJ Dallas here, obviously. So DJ Dallas or Todd Gurley, Johnny, I'll let you take that one.
I'm going to go with Todd Gurley on this just because I can confirm the workload more so. Yes, I do think that Todd Gurley is a little bit banged up that they're not talking about. But with Travis Homer activated today, he technically was ahead of DJ Dallas on the depth chart before he went down. So now do I think that they're going to completely relegate DJ Dallas to where he gets no touches? I don't think that happens, but I do think that there is a world where his touches are significantly limited. So I would go with Todd Gurley.
I love it.
All right.
Let's see. Homemade Fan says, I got skipped. Stuff. We didn't skip you.
No, we answered you. Yeah. We would go with Edmonds over Jacobs and Clyde.
Yeah. Edmonds was the choice. Let's see. Edmonds homemade. Yep. Right.
Yeah.
Mitchell, good morning, boys. What's going on, Mitchell? Appreciate you jumping in. MYXT Mad Lad, thanks for the advice. I'm playing an undefeated team. Hey, go get it, man. Somebody's got to knock him down. Be that David to the Goliath. There.
Yeah, there you go.
Samuel Rojas, thanks as always. Good luck to everyone in their matchups. Same to you. Sam, do you like the Cardinals? Johnny is a huge Cardinals fan.
Yeah. Got my Kyler Murray jersey on right now. Big game today. So, yeah, I'm a big Cardinals fan.
Adam Young, who do you drop to make room for the roster? Dallas, Rieger, or Aguilar? Thanks again. I think you can drop Aguilar of those three. A decent stash along with Rieger. I think Rieger just started getting going. They have the bye week now. Just got activated off IR, so I'm stashing Rieger still too.
It kind of sucks because I would almost rather have Aguilar over Dallas because of just
like a rest of
season. But there is when is Chris Carson gonna be back and what's the workload like? So I would drop Dallas over Rieger Rieger at this point over Dallas just because of that uncertainty. But rest of season I would expect Aguilar to be better than DJ Dallas.
Mitchell says Fournette, Pollard, or Dobbins.
You mean Dobbins?
Yeah,
Dobbins.
A little bit of I would go with Dobbins. I like Dobbins up. They unleash him a little bit. pop. I mean, this is the guy that's leading the league in broken tackles, leading the league in yards per carry. Got some things working for him. Josh Castillo says, good morning, guys. So Keenan is still questionable for today's game. He's actually expected to play. We just read that a little bit ago. So he cleared COVID protocol, should be able to play. And then you said if he doesn't go, should I start Claypool or Beasley over him? Only issue is Beasley is in an earlier game. Yeah, I think you're good with Keenan. If everything we're reading says Keenan Allen's going to play, if anything changes, obviously you want to stick around, but I will let you know. But I think what I read here, I'll just double down on this. Hold on. Bear with me. But either way, I read it just a little bit ago that he is expected to play. So
yeah,
you're good. He cleared the pro. Trey S says, sorry, big list here. Full point PPR, choose 3. You got Chris Godwin, DJ Moore, Melvin Gordon, DeAndre Swift, Fournette, and Marvin Jones.
Choose 3?
Yeah, I think you've got to start DeAndre Swift and Godwin. Right? And then I think maybe DJ Moore. Back in that one, full point PPR.
You would.
It's like Moore or Jones, right? I think.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't love the matchup for DJ Moore against Kansas City, but that's going to be a shootout. They're going to have to score points. DJ Moore. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I would go Chris Godwin, DeAndre Swift, and I just think that DJ Moore has the bigger upside, so that's why I would lean towards DJ Moore. Marvin Jones might have the slighter better matchup, but we've seen this before where Marvin Jones, just because Kenny G goes out of the lineup, doesn't mean that all of a sudden Marvin Jones takes over the Kenny G workload there. So, and if we're also starting DeAndre Swift, I don't necessarily want to start DeAndre Swift and Marvin Jones this week. Yeah, so that's where I go.
Stan Bill says Tyreek Hill or Tyler Lockett. I mean, this is a tough one. I would still go Tyreek Hill. I know any game could be a Lockett game here, but I like Tyreek Hill. I think.
You know, the question is asked this because Tyler Lockett is going to be facing the Bills, who when Tyler Lockett goes into the 3 wide receiver sets, lines up in the slot, and the slot has always been given up like 100 yards and a touchdown to that. So
point.
That is a good point. But Tyreek Hill, I mean, here's the unfortunate part. Like we are honest on this show. We told someone to bench Tyreek Hill last week against the Jets. Luckily, he was a friend of ours, so it was kind of okay. But what did Tyreek Hill do? He went out and got it. Like, you don't bench your studs. It just shows that, don't try to get cute. But both of these guys should have a great game. I would try to figure out a way to get both of them in your lineup if you can. But what a great problem to have if you're like, oh, should I bench Tyreek Hill or Tyler Lockett? Probably 2 top 5 wide receivers.
Hopefully, you start them both. But
yeah.
Justin Credible says, should I start Hayden Hurst or Jonnu Smith? My boys at the Fantasy Endgame say I should hang tight with Jonnu. Yeah, I would agree with Fantasy Endgame there. I think Jonnu Smith has been disappointing the last couple weeks, but I was talking with Johnny, and you look at some of the numbers, it seems to be a booing situation with who's going to be the number 2. In the last few weeks, it's been Corey Davis. But I think that could swing any which way given week, and so I like Jonnu Smith at tight end position. Hayden Hurst, I mean, has the similar floor to. And Jonnu Smith has a higher ceiling than Hayden Hurst has ever shown this year. So I would be rocking with Jonnu Smith. Justin Young says, hey, guys, what's going on, Justin? Gus Ramos says, crunchy peanut butter or creamy? Dude, I'm all about the crunchy.
What?
Give me the crunchy.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
baby.
dude. Creamy all the way.
Dude.
It's the – no.
Dude, crunchy's so good because you feel like you're eating something fresh, like good.
No,
it's like,
dude.
do you like pulp in your orange juice?
No, I don't. I hate it. I think it
man.
Reminds me of floaties floating in my drink. It's the worst.
Like
no, you got to filter that out.
The orange, man.
No, dude.
Yeah. Josh Whedon says Lev Bell versus Carolina, Jacoby Myers versus Jets or Mims. Oh, Le'Veon Bell is the play here. This Carolina's been gashed by running backs. You imagine they'll be up in this game. Lev Bell will get some work. I don't think he's going to be as good as CEH every given week, but I think he's got a good shot to get some. Thunder FF says Adam Thielen or Allen Robinson or Kyler Murray or Josh Allen.
Kyler Murray and Adam Thielen.
I like that. Yeah, I mean Kyler Murray, you got to keep rolling with. He was, but prior to the bye, was the number one QB.
Look at Sam over here, lucky Sam, going to the Cardinals game.
Yeah,
gets to be
only
one of the
4,200 fans allowed. I'm also a huge card. Oh, he's got the Phoenix Sun.
Look
logo
at that. Oh,
too.
heck yeah. I like this Sam guy.
Yeah.
Sam, I hope you subscribe, man. I hope you're subscribed. And let's go Cardinals. Love it. Love it. Enjoy today. Rep for both of us. Please. All right, Justin Young, McKissick, Gallman, or Dallas in full PPR, need one.
McKissick, Gallman, or Dallas in full PPR need. Giants play the Redskins. I think, is Freeman out? He was coming back to practice. Did they rule him out?
I don't think they've officially ruled him out, but I think it was looking bleak. I think I'm going to go
also
Dallas.
got Alfred I think I would
Dallas.
go.
Yeah, they had Alfred Morris as well.
So we've got that one rocking and roll. Nick Miner, all right, when it comes to cake, regular or ice cream, this is why people need a sub and like for tackling these tough questions. Yeah. Look, we answer the questions that people want to hear. And I think I think ice cream cake's all good and fun when you have it. I think it's fun. It mixes both, right? You get cake and ice cream. But I like me some fresh big cake.
Yeah.
Take the original here.
I
think
think
it's good. You can always put a little scoop of ice cream.
This might be a contrarian kind of take here, but like, I'm not a huge fan of ice cream with cake.
Yeah, you are.
I'd rather have milk.
That's not a surprise.
I'd rather have
Whisper
milk.
Nation sees your other garbage answers to these questions.
No.
That's not a surprise.
Hold on. You would say, like, if I said to you, you can either have a bowl of ice cream with your cake, or you can have a piece of cake with milk. You're telling me you would go with the
Johnny,
the cake with ice cream?
I don't know what
They're both
communist
dairy.
country you live in, but this is America, and we get to have a glass of milk and a scoop of ice cream with our cake.
Yeah.
No, but I will say that I love a little bit of milk with a brownie or a cake.
Oh yeah.
I do
nice
love
cold
me
glass
some
of milk
ice cream with it. So I would go regular cake though. I think that's.
All right.
He such says, do I start Watson over Herbert?
I would start Watson over Herbert against Jacksonville. They're giving up a lot. That should be a high.
Yeah, Watson's really shook off the bad start to his year. He's been really good over the last month.
Yeah.
Justin Young, Jefferson for Marvin Jones, full point PPR. Need to here. Juju, Marvin, or Jefferson. I'm going to go Marvin Jones and Jefferson.
Yeah.
I'm really afraid of Juju's bottom falling out any different time. And Johnny's brought it up multiple times. That slot corner matchup for Dallas, actually not a great matchup. Need to there. We gave you those. Jonnu or Hunter Henry.
I'm going to go with Jonnu here. Hunter Henry has also been struggling. He's seen his target market share dip over the last few weeks, and I think that we have seen the upside of Jonnu once again. Jonnu's upside is bigger to me than Hunter Henry's upside. So I would go with Jonnu here. I can understand that if we knew that Keenan Allen was going to be out, I would feel more confident in Hunter Henry being like the second option there. But I'm fully expecting Keenan Allen to play today, so I would go I would go Jonnu Smith.
Young Siggy, play AB or Hollywood, but I have Godwin.
I say you need to call God. That's what you need to do.
Call God. I would play both AB and Godwin. I think I'm fine with that. I really need to see it happen for Hollywood. I think there's a squeaky wheel situation with Hollywood. I think that's working. But I would be playing those guys, AB and Godwin, right now. Derek O'Toole. Give big shout out to Derek O'Toole. He's in the You Gonna Learn Today league with me. I play with him multiple years now. Appreciate this guy. He's asking questions here. Johnny, good morning, guys. Do I go with Mike Evans half-point PPR or go with someone off the waiver, Hardman, Sanders, Slayton, Mooney, or even Gage? That's actually a great question because you have not been confident in what Mike Evans has been able to do. Mm-hmm. But does that make you go a little desperate for any of these guys? Well,
if he needs a win, if he needs an absolute win today, I would pivot to Darnell Mooney. I actually really like his spot here. He's got a ton of air yards for the Chicago Bears, and when you're looking at air yards and trying to find a breakout guy, that's kind of where you look, and it's just been Kind of Nick Foles is not the most accurate, and that's the problem. But with what we've seen from Mike Evans, even without all these other wide receivers, is that he's becoming. You need that touchdown to make his day, and now you're adding, Antonio Brown, who I fully expect to get get a touchdown. You're adding potentially Chris Godwin, who I think has a great chance to get in to the end zone as well. So, like, you're starting to get these mouths to feed, and you're taking away something that it would be one thing if Mike Evans was a huge yardage guy as well as getting the touchdowns, but he hasn't been that. So I would actually go with Darnell Mooney here if you definitely need the win. Now, if you're sitting here at,
he's not.
Okay.
Yeah, so. He needs.
Way to call him out. Way to make him feel bad.
Look, we're battling. We're all jostling for position there.
Yeah.
In that league, so I know where he's at. But look, it's going to take cojones, Derek, for you to start Mooney over Evans. Well, you just got to ask yourself, look yourself in the mirror. Do I have what it takes to do this? So do it.
It's easy for us to kind of say the advice. It's hard to put them in.
Yeah, there it is. Calphone916 says DJ Dallas or Damian Harris, half-point PPR. I'm going to go with Dallas still here.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Travis. Earlier in the show, I made the call of saying Damian over DJ, but then you had pulled up Sigmund Bloom was mentioning, love Sigmund Bloom. He was mentioning that he does fully expect DJ Dallas to see the bulk of the workload again today, and I trust in his insight, so I would go DJ Dallas.
Gus Ramos says start Drew Lock over Teddy B. I actually don't mind this play. I know Teddy B has been a little more consistent than Drew Lock, but we know that Kansas City actually has a really nice secondary. They attack you through the air. The way you get them is around. So I think we can see a heavy dose of Mike Davis in this game, which would mean it's going to be more of a Drew Lock opportunity against Atlanta for him to get more points.
Yeah. We had Travis. We skipped over his Edmund Swift or Antonio Gibson standard scoring. Take care, y'all. Take care, Travis. I would go with Edmonds here. I've been saying it. I think Edmonds is a top 5, top 3 play this week. I think he's going to explode.
Let's see. Sam Bill says, yes, I am subscribed. What up, Sam? Appreciate that,
Appreciate you, Sam.
Nick Miner says, same. Give me the milk.
Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go, Nick.
Trash. No, we appreciate you, Nick. Thank you. Jaws Whedon says pie is greater than cake.
That's debatable.
That's a tough one.
We've had this debate.
I don't like to discriminate against desserts.
That's true.
I'll take both.
Yeah.
Gus Ramos says milk all day. You're getting a lot of love for that milk.
Yeah.
Thomas Eagley says, should I start Gallup or Emmanuel Sanders? Give me Emmanuel Sanders. At least he's got a quarterback throwing him the ball. I don't know what's going on with Dallas. You've obviously got the tough matchup against the Steelers, all these things that are working against you here. Give me Sanders in what could be a divisional shootout on Sunday night. Alberto Lopez says pick 2. Marvin Jones, DJ Shark, Deontay Johnson, Brandon Cooks.
Going Deontay Johnson and Brandon Cooks.
I like that. I like that a lot. Look, Marvin Jones, great matchup, I think, this week, and you'd want to put him in normally, but Brandon Cooks has been getting volume since they fired Bill O'Brien. Deontay Johnson has gotten volume every time he's played healthy. We've got 21 viewers. We appreciate you guys hopping in here, man. You guys make our Sunday mornings. We appreciate you being with us. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. Get us up to 22 viewers, 22 likes. That would be a big ups for us. And then if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. As you heard, we shout out our boys that subscribe as well, like Sam Bill and everybody else that subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and hit that sub button now. We appreciate you. Jimmy says, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, Robbie Anderson, Corey Davis. Which 2 should I play? Johnny, this one's a tough one.
I'm going to go Corey Davis and Robbie Anderson, which is wild.
I love that group of, imagine this world. I named Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, Robbie Anderson, and Corey Davis, and the first 2 names out of your mouth were Corey Davis and Robbie Anderson. Welcome to 2020, guys.
Yeah, the new norm.
That's where we're at, the new normal. Derek O'Toole says, thanks, guys. You got it, man. Appreciate you, brother. Easy says, no, not a question, but you guys should start a subscriber Dynasty League next season. Would definitely be interesting. That's an interesting concept. Maybe we could branch off of the Listener League to a Dynasty League a little bit. We'll talk about that.
We'll look into it.
That's a good idea. I'll have our people talk to your people. We'll figure it out. Jonathan Whitaker says, flex Melvin Gordon, Antonio Brown, DJ Shark, Deontay Johnson, or Ronald Jones.
Oh, you can only choose one.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah,
if
maybe,
I can,
maybe rank those guys for him.
all right, yeah, that's a great idea. I would go Deontay number 1, Antonio Brown number 2. I would go Melvin Gordon 3, Ronald Jones 4, and DJ Chark 5. That's how I'd rank those in that order. I just love the matchup again for Deontay Johnson today. It's really great matchup for him. Jimmy says crazy. Yeah,
about talking about
yeah.
the names that you mentioned there. So just we know that Phillip Lindsay is active. Mark Ingram will be inactive. Calvin Ridley is inactive. Sorry. You've got Golden Tate healthy, scratch, and suspended.
Yeah, that's a little wild story going on there.
We've got some news on some guys coming back. Both Nick Chubb and Miles Sanders are expected after this bye week to practice and be ready to go the next week.
I said this to you, Travis, and maybe on the line. I would actually go, if I can, and try to trade for Miles Sanders now because he is getting healthy. They have a great schedule coming up. And whoever has Miles Sanders rostered right now might need a win because they've been out without Miles Sanders for a while. So if you can go and pry him away a week before he comes back from injury, I absolutely love that move. I think it's a brilliant game move. So I would try.
Big brain. Douglas Wilson, tight end spot, Hunter or Hayden Hurst or Jonnu Smith, half-point PPR. We actually answered this one a little bit differently up above, Douglas. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. But, yeah, we're going to go with Jonnu Smith. We just think the ceiling is better there. Their floors are very similar. Ceiling is better for Jonnu Smith, so give it to Jonnu Smith. Thomas Eagley says Dobbins or Justin Jackson. Been rolling hard with Dobbins this week. I think with Mark Ingram out, this could be a situation where if you can't start him now, you're be able to start him a lot, but you're hoping for the breakout. He had a little bit of a breakout last week, had 66% of the snap share. Talked about it a little bit at the top of the show. Leading the league in yards per carry, leading the league in broken tackles. This guy is electric with the ball in his hands, and if they give him the ball more, you're going to want a piece of that. So give me Dobbins. Not only is did Troymaine Pope make it active for this game?
Oh, I don't. That's
because that's the other thing with Justin Jackson. It's not just Josh Kelly that ate in.
That's a good.
It was
question.
Troymaine Pope. Let me just check
go ahead and check on that. Because
he's doubtful is what the last update was. That's an afternoon. So yeah, that one's tough.
But I think I would go with Dobbins because one, they're coming off their bye, and what we've seen throughout the first few teams at least that have had a rookie running back, they have really kind of integrated and started to turn over the handcuffs a little bit more during their bye week to the new rookie running back. Now, I'm not saying that's going to definitely happen for Baltimore, but it is clear that Dobbins is such an explosive piece for them that they could really use right now to help unlock this offense. And I understand that Gus is an awesome running back, and he's fun to watch, and he's just a grinder, but I'm sorry, that is not what they need right now. They don't need that in that offense. And I'm sitting here like I know,
yeah.
like I'm a coach. But
yeah,
I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what me watching the game film, and it's like they need Dobbins. Like Dobbins is a major piece, and he can honestly, like coming into the season, what do we always say? Like Dobbins, all he needs is one run to break, and he's gone. Like that's all it takes, and there's his fantasy day.
One run to rule them all.
And I think he's gonna get 14 to 16 touches today. I really do.
Yeah, I think Dobbins, and especially like if Dobbins can do it against Pittsburgh, which was a tough run defense. Now he's got Colts that's a semi-tough run defense. I think he can get it done here.
Yeah.
But Jerry Jeudy or Mecole Hardman.
Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, I like Jerry Judy's matchup this week against. I think. Everything is pointing to a nice game for the Denver offense against Atlanta. Jaws Whedon says Pope's still doubtful. Yeah, we checked into that. Looking like Pope's not a go. So just to echo what Johnny was saying there, I think you're going to Dobbins. Nate Zucker, sorry. Herbert, Brady, or Allen in 4-point per touchdown league.
We want Brady.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to still rock with Herbert, man. I think you can't really get away with benching Herbert right now. He's been too good. You don't want to be the guy who's the last guy on the train for a guy that's showing you that he could be elite at the position this year. And that seems to be what Herbert's put on tape the last month or so. Give me Herbert over the last month. I think only Patrick Mahomes has been better. That's with a Herbert bye in there. So you like that. The Juice World says start 2: Deontay Johnson, Marvin Jones, Devontae Parker, Robbie Anderson.
Deontay Johnson and Robbie Anderson.
Like this, I think. Oh. Does T.Y. Hilton recover in Dynasty with a new QB?
No.
No, I think T.Y. Hilton's best days are behind him, unfortunately. Love the player. We gave away a jersey in the mock draft marathon. We're a huge fan of T.Y. Hilton, but sometimes you just got to see the writing on the wall when it is there. Brandon Cooks or Marvin Jones, Johnny?
Brandon Cooks for me. I love the volume he's getting. I think that offense is going to be more explosive. They're against Jacksonville. I understand Detroit also has a nice matchup, but again, we've seen Marvin Jones disappear time and time again after having mega games, and he's one of the most inconsistent wide receivers that you can ask for. So I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks.
So Kansas City defense or Tennessee? And I might lean Tennessee here. Let me check the over-under for you.
Yeah.
I just want to see what's going on there. Only because I think Carolina's got a good shot to just keep a little bit of pace with.
Yeah.
Where I just don't really trust what Chicago's doing out there on defense. But I will say this, Tennessee is not generating any pressure right now.
None.
So you don't really like what they've got going. So that game, Tennessee favored by 6 at home in a 47 over-under.
Okay.
And then you've got the Chiefs favored by 10 in a 51-point over-under. I'm going to lean Tennessee here. I think both are probably going to get you anywhere from 4 to 6 today. Not anything special. But I think Tennessee's got the better shot to get a pick 6, to get a special teams touchdown, something like that. So I would rock with Tennessee.
Yeah. And you also know who has a more propensity to turn over the ball, and that's Nick Foles. So
yeah. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. Let us know that you guys subscribed. We're here rocking and rolling with you guys this morning. We appreciate you guys. Hopefully we got all those questions for you, and you guys can get those W's this week. But I think we're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, let's get that W today.
Go get that W. Good luck, and I appreciate everything you guys do, Whisper Nation. For Johnny Game Time Hicks, I'm Big Travie, and we are the Fantasy Whisperers. We're out.
Peace. Make sure you hit subscribe. Good luck today.